Yo, welcome to my studio. It's actually my living room, but never mind. You know, I've got some lights, and you know what they say, wherever you have light, you have a studio, my friend, and that is what I am sticking with. Now, I've also got paper backdrop. I'm doing a photo shoot today with my iPhone. I've got two continuous lights, newer and Godox, don't know what models they are. I'll put names of things on the screen. These are my continuous YouTube lights because I'm shooting with my iPhone today, and look, I've seen someone trigger an iPhone, you know, we're working with a strobe, but I don't know how to do it, so I'm going continuous. But there is pros to using continuous light, which you will see. And I'm also using the G-Series 2x telephoto lens as well, and I'll show you why I'm using the G-Series in just a minute. So let's shoot. So I have my newer light on the background. This is what it's doing. This is why I like continuous light, because I can just see straight away. So she's getting quite a bit on her right side here, and let's just see what it looks like when we start taking photos. And I'm going to turn on my main light here, which I can actually read it now, is a Godox ML60 by color. And so there we go. That is what the Godox is doing. And it's important to, well, I am shooting in RAW, so the white balance isn't that important, but I do like it to still look nice straight out of the camera. So let's move the focus point onto Nat's eye. And an important thing here is I want as much quality out of the RAW file as possible. So that means low ISO, and even just bringing up to ISO 100 can make a huge difference to the image quality. So I want to keep it as low as I possibly can, but that means using a slower shutter speed. So I need to make sure I've got enough light coming in so I can achieve quite a fast shutter speed, not get any motion blur in my portraits. So we have as well G-Series for the G's and the hustlers. Now, let me show you what that is actually doing. If I remove the G-Series lens, that's what we're getting. Now, the exposure is great, but look at the overall frame. So you think, well, just move forward. Okay. Oh, look, we're always going to get that background. In order to remove that background, we'd have to go back towards the background, and then the light is going to be on Nat's face, which I don't want. So then I have to move the light back towards the background. The background's going to get too bright. Can you see the problem? Now I will take a shot just for comparison here. So here we go, Nat. There we go. Check the settings are okay, which they appear to be. Very, very good. And if I just try and remove everything, oh no. That is how you, yeah. She knows what's going on. She doesn't like it. She's begging for the G-Series. Oh yes. Ask and you shall receive, my friend. Screw it on. And look, she loves it straight away. She's dying for photos now. Let's start making some photos. Turn that frown upside down, my friend. Focus right on the right eyeball and just hold that there, Nat. Excellent. Very good. And I've got my Godox light on a wheeled stand. I don't think it's going to stay there very long. It is convenient. I can wheel it around and just straight away see what light I'm getting. So I can go a bit Rembrandty if I was to lower that light down, which I can't. So you have to imagine the Rembrandt light. If I can move it right in front, I can go closer. But you know what? It's probably going to come off the light stand immediately because the light stand's already fallen apart. So, Choof, thank you very much. I'm going to take it off. What I love about this light is that, well, one, it wasn't very expensive. You might think, oh, he's using all these fancy, expensive studio lights. Quite budget for as studio lights go. And it comes with a handle. Brilliant. People need to put more handles on things. Excellent. Look at this. Now I can shoot one-handed. I can use the volume lower button as the shutter. So now I can straight away move my light around, see what I like, and go from there. So that looks very, we can get that proper Rembrandty stuff now that I don't even like, so we're not going to do that. So let's go from here now. That's nice. And it takes a minute for the volume lower button to actually kick in, because it's a bit of a hack, to be honest, the volume lower button. Developers aren't supposed to be able to activate the shutter with it. Although I do think in an update that has changed. So can I have you at an angle in that? Thank you very much. That's nice. Okay. So I can see the light is quite uniform on the front and the back. Now, if I wanted to just, can you hold this? No. Thank you. I can turn this light down if I wanted to make the background a little bit darker. There we go. Thank you very much. I can also move Nat forward a bit if I don't want as much light on her as well. So what I can do now is I can just turn this off and see what, so come forward a bit, Nat. Okay. So now there's a lot less light on her now. It's light in the background mainly. Bit of her neck there, but not as much as before. Turn this on. And we go again. Very nice, Nat. Excellent. So now you can see how the background looks more grey. Nice. You're like a school teacher. Very good. Okay, so we've done a quick outfit change, and Nat is, we haven't changed that light. So just come forward a bit, Nat, and keep coming forward. I'm going to watch the exposure on Nat's face and to see when it doesn't interfere with her. Okay, stop right there. That's great. So she's just getting a little bit of a subtle kick there on the shoulder and slightly so much on the neck, not so much. And now I can introduce our main light and put it wherever I want, and let us have a look. What I need to do is get the focus reticles up. Look at that one-handed action. That is a pro. And I'm actually resting my phone on the G-Series lens, so multifunctional G-Series lens there. And I haven't changed my settings. I'm still at 128, 5.9. And what I'm doing is keeping an eye on that MF focus distance meter there. You can see when it goes to 0, I'm too close. Look at that. Now I can come back, and that's the minimum I can focus right here. So that looks nice. And Nat, can you face your body this way, but your eyes over the other way, like you were? No, eyes to me, I think. Eyes to me. Nice. And we have to get the volume button doing its thing. I can bring the light back if I want a little less light, bring it forward a bit more. And in photography, generally the closer the light source, the softer it's going to get. This light is double diffused, so it's a very soft light. And we can bring it round and just see what is going to happen. Do some different, almost like a different lighting setup every second with the continuous light. It's really cool. So now, hello. And also what I like is I can actually come back and get more of Nat in and just bring the light forward with my hand, just like that. So just try not to get the backdrop in. And you can see the white balance shifting there. That is probably, maybe you can't see it, maybe it's just for me. Maybe that's the true tone screen on the iPhone. But the colours are shifting. But I'm not worried because I'm shooting in Bayeraw, so I can change that later. But what I am worried about is my arm falling off because this light is heavy, but I shall try and stand with it like this so I can keep shooting because I'm loving these photos. So where was I? Here we go. Look at that. Completely different, more of a flat lighting setup here. Nice. Now, can you turn face on? Let's do some face on. And bring your chin down and then let your eyes naturally come up. That's it. Excellent. Give me a bit more of a squinch to the eyes. That's, that's the one. Yeah, just like that. Excellent. Love it. So with this sort of look, I'm going to try and match. I'm going to have a break for 1 second with my shoulder. I can maybe go to the side, put some shadow on that side, and just cut the forehead off a little bit. But I've just seen I'm too close with the focus. So I need to take my own advice and move back a little bit. There we go. So now I've lowered the light on the background. It's going to be gradually gradating across the frame and it's getting dimmer as it eventually falls off. It's subtle, it's not too much, but it's not influencing that. That's the main thing. She's getting a little bit of spill because I'm too lazy to put barn doors on there. Barn doors would control the light and make it more directional, but as I said, laziness. So let's, I'm such a good example. So now we're going to bring in our main light and I've increased the power to 49%. I'm going to go for a more high key sort of look. And this is more like business, corporate, portrait sort of lighting. So looking right into the camera now. And I've also lowered the white balance as well because it was looking a bit red and yellow. Now I am in RAW, so I can change the white balance later, but I'll do it now. So, Nat, more of an angle for me, yeah. Not too extreme. And bring your chin down slightly, not so much. And bring your head more towards me. Great. And now, this is more of the corporate look, but let's get some hand interaction going. Just the right hand that's the one, in the triangle. You wouldn't see this in a business portrait, but it's something different. There we go. Nice. And let's just move the light around and see what's going on. So if we move it far away, you can see what happens. Move it quite close. And as I said before, when you move a light closer, it gets softer. Nice. Nat. Could you put your hand almost like you're putting it through your hair? I know you can't really. Good. Now, for you, I like facing straight on as well. So straight on, and give me that tooth squinch again for me.
Do you want hands in it?
Put one hand on your collar, on your, yeah, on that necklace. Yeah. Excellent. Now, yeah, let me just move the focus point. There we go. Squinch the eyes a bit more. Excellent. Devious. That's the word I was looking for before. She looks devious. There we go. And I have to call it a day in just a minute because my arm is about to fall off. It's okay. But not before we're going to just remove the backlight completely and use it as clamshell lighting, kind of. So clamshell can be done top to bottom. We're going to just do a classic light from both sides. I don't know what the technical lighting term is. Now, this one is quite... I don't have a white balance reading on this one, so I have to just eyeball it. So one of these lights is looking hotter than the other. I don't actually know, but the picture looks all right to me. So that's it, Nat. Keep doing that. Nice. You can see how the light has changed. Nice to me, Nat. Excellent. can go back a bit, afford to get a bit more in the frame. So this is a really flat look. Bring it turn to the side now. Let's see what's going on from the side. There's really no shadows in this whatsoever. We can create some shadows by moving the light. You see how she now has a shadow under the chin? And now we can shape the shadow even more by bringing the light over here. So there you have it. That is a photo shoot with the G-Series 2x telephoto on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you want more, maybe you want some inspiration, you want some support, you want to share your work, get some feedback, head to the Reeflex Piazza Facebook group. I'm in it for what it's worth, and I make reaction videos weekly. So if you do post your photos in the Facebook group, you might just see them appear in my weekly reaction videos on YouTube. And the Reeflex people themselves are in the groups. You can ask your questions directly to them and over 2,000 other like-minded Reeflex customers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. How was that? All right?